Hello everyone. So in this session we will discuss about how to divide the numbers binary division. In the previous class we have discussed the manual division method. Now with the help of this flowchart and the hardware setup, how we are going to proceed with the division. Okay. So in general we have the equation like this: d is equal to q into v plus r. Okay, so now here D refers to the dividend, Q refers to the quotient, V is the divisor, and R is the remainder. We have just taken an example here. So we are just going to divide 7 by 3. So 7 by 3. And so in this case, the 7 is going to be called as a dividend represented with the letter D, and this 3 is the divisor, okay, and 3 is going to divide 7, 3 2 is 6, okay, 1, this is going to be the remainder, and this is going to be the quotient, okay. And now we will just see in case of signed operands, how we are going to decide the sign of the quotient and the sign of the remainder. So when you are dividing by divisor, you will be getting the quotient and the remainder. Now, to decide the sign of the quotient, we just compare the sign of the dividend and the sign of the divisor. So this is going to be set to positive number if both the signs are same. That means sign of the dividend is equal to sign of the divisor. If both are equal, then the sign of the quotient will be positive. The sign of the quotient will be negative if they are different, if they have different signs. So this is going to be the first rule. So you compare the sign of the dividend and the divisor. If they are same, set the quotient as a positive number. And similarly, to decide the sign of the remainder, we all know that the sign of the remainder is always going to follow the sign of the dividend. So whatever is the sign of the dividend, that is going to be assigned to the sign of the remainder. Now if you just look at this example, so the first two cases, if you just see here, first we will just look into the remainder. So the sign of the remainder always follow the sign of the dividend. If it is plus, here also you have plus. Here both are negative, so remainder is also negative. So the remainder sign is always going to follow the sign of the dividend. Then coming to the sign of the quotient, if you compare these two signs, they are positive. So here also positive. Here both the signs are same, so here also positive. And for the remaining combinations, we have different signs, so the sign of the quotient is negative. So this is how we decide the sign of the quotient and the remainder. Now this algorithm is supposed to work only for unsigned numbers. So if the signed numbers are given, we are going to have a separate logic to decide the sign of the result. So this logic will always treat the number as if it is going to be a positive number. So we are going to trace the algorithm for unsigned numbers. If the numbers are signed, we will have a separate logic to decide the sign of the final result. Okay. Now we will just see the example for 7 by 3, and we will just trace how we are going to divide 7 by 3 with the help of this algorithm. As far as the hardware setup is concerned, we will be using the same hardware whatever we have utilized for normal multiplication process. Okay, and coming to this division, here this division is going to have two types. It's going to classify it as two types. One is called as restoring division method. Okay, another one is called as non-restoring division method. So what do you mean by restoring division and non-restoring division? Okay, so in the manual process, in the manual division method, what we are trying to do, we are just comparing the dividend and the divisor. If the number of bits in the dividend is going to be greater than the available divisor, then we are able to subtract. Okay, so when we are trying to subtract, we will set the quotient to 1, and then we will proceed with the subtraction. We will bring down the next digit from the dividend, and then again we will continue the subtraction. So whenever we are doing the subtraction, we will first cross check. If the number is smaller, then only we are going to subtract. If the number is bigger, then what we are trying to do, we bring in the next digit, and then only we will do the subtraction. So if it is a manual subtraction, we can compare the two operands, and only if it is possible for us to subtract, we will proceed with the subtraction. But in the case of the normal algorithmic approach, in the logic, the computer will not compare the two numbers blindly. It will do the subtraction, and once it has done the subtraction, then it will check whether the subtraction is to be successful or not. When can we say the subtraction successful? Suppose for example, if we are subtracting b from a, if a is greater than b, this subtraction can be accepted. This is going to be successful. Again, in the case if a is less than b, then we are trying to subtract a bigger number from a smaller number, and which is not supposed to be done. So this is not successful, whereas this is going to be the successful subtraction only if a is greater than b. As far as the logic is concerned, it will blindly do the subtraction and then check the value of the result. If the result is going to be negative, it means that a is less than b. That means this subtraction should not have been done. Once if the subtraction is not to be done is decided, then what we have to do, we have to cancel the subtraction. How can we cancel the subtraction? By adding the same number. So that process of storing, adding the same number and restoring back to the previous dividend is called as restoring division method. So in the restoring division method, what we are trying to do, we always subtract the divisor, and once the subtracted result is going to be negative, we are going to restore. How we are going to restore? It is going to be done by addition. So always we subtract, and after subtraction we check the value of a. If a is less than 0, it means a negative number. That means this subtraction has to be cancelled. To cancel the subtraction, we have to do the addition, and this process of adding the number back again to restore to the original value is called as restoring division method. Another method we have, that is called as non-restoring division method. Of course, we are not going to discuss that. So in this session we will be discussing only restoring division method. Now I think we can just trace for this example how this division process is going to be carried out. As such, we have in the multiplication we have seen already, we try to multiply one n bit multiplicand with one n bit multiplier. The product what we have get will be double the length of the operands. Okay, so the product will be 2n bits. Now coming to this division, we are going to take this product inside. So this is going to be the division which is of 2n bit length. You are going to divide with the divisor of n bit length, then the quotient also will be n bit, and whatever the remainder you are going to get, that is also going to be n bit length. Okay, so as we had for multiplication, the same set of registers is going to be used here, and in order to store this 2n bit dividend, we are going to make use of a and q, and the divisor is going to be stored in the register m, and the quotient will be available in q, and the remainder will be available in a register. So these are the registers which we are going to use for this application. Now we will just consider the initial value of the registers. We are going to use a accumulator, okay, and then we are going to use q register, and of course we are going to use m register, and many times we are doing the subtraction, sometimes we are doing the addition. So what we are going to do, even in case if you are going to do the subtraction, it is going to be implemented with 2's complement addition. So we will also write 2's complement of m, and apart from this we will also be using the count. So the count is going to be initialized with the number of times if the subtraction has to happen. Okay, so this is going to be the hardware requirement for us. So we will be using register a, register q, register m, and then 2's complement of m will also be calculated, and then the count. Okay, all of going to be of same length. So in q we will be having the dividend. Okay, so this dividend will be available in the q register. The divisor v will be available in the m register. Now a is going to be initialized with 0, so it is going to be a 4-bit number, so I am just going to initialize with zeros, and then q is going to be initialized with the dividend. In the example what we have taken, this 7 is a dividend, so q is going to be initialized with 0, then 111. Okay, and m is nothing but the divisor, which is v, which is nothing but 3. So we will be just storing 3 in the register m, and whenever we are doing the subtraction, we have to do the subtraction only with 2's complement addition. So we will be finding the 2's complement of this number, which is nothing but 1, then 0, then 1 and 1, and we are going to do the subtraction as many bits as there are in the dividend. So we have totally 8 bits. We will be taking first 4 bits as such, only the 4 bits will be considered, so the count is going to be initialized to 4. So as such, the dividend 2n bit length, half that length of the dividend, that will be set to the count register. Okay, now we will just proceed step by step. So in the first step, as per the algorithm, we have done all the initialization part. Now we will just proceed. Here first we are going to do shift left aq. So shift left aq. Now if you are going to shift left, what will happen? This 0 will come here, this 0 0, and this 0 will come here. Okay, then 111, and then this bit is going to be empty. Okay, and after shifting left, what is the next step? We have to do the subtraction. So subtract m. So what we mean by subtraction, subtraction is nothing but 2's complement of addition. So you take the 2's complement number, which is nothing but 1 1 0 1. So you have to add with AQ. So I am not going to write here. So I am just going to add that number only in the only near to the A value. Now we are going to do the subtraction. Subtraction is implemented with 2 complement addition. So you will be getting 1 0 1 1. Okay, and this number it is going to be 1 1 1, and the last bit as such we are just going to leave it blank. Okay, now after doing the subtraction, now we are checking whether the subtraction is to be done or not. Okay, actually what is the problem here? A is having 0 and we have to subtract 3 from 0, which is not to be done. So we have completed the subtraction. Now we examine the value of A. If we just check the MSB bit of A, it is 1. It means that it is a negative number. That means A is less than B. That means the subtraction has to be cancelled. So to cancel this, what we have to do? Again, we have to add M. So we just add M here. So it is nothing but 0 0 1 1. Why we are adding M? To restore back to the previous case. So this is nothing but restoring. We are trying to restore the previous value. So 1 plus 1 1 0, 1 plus 1 1 0, 1 plus 1 1 0 1 0, and 1 we have an ender root carry that is going to be ignored. So we will be having triple 1. So now in this step we are trying to do the subtraction, but it is not supposed to be done because it is lesser number. So we cancel the subtraction by adding M, and we are not able to succeed in the division process. So the quotient bit is going to be set to 0. As per the logic, we have shifted, we have subtracted, and we are comparing A value, it is less than 0. So we come to this loop, Q naught is going to be set to 0, and then we are restoring back. So we just got back to the original number. So before subtraction this is the value, and the same value we have got it. So this is what we are doing, we are trying to do after restoring. Okay, so we are done with one bit, so we will decrement the count by 1, so it is going to be 3. Okay, then we will proceed with the next step. Again we are going to shift left AQ. Okay, so it is going to be 0 0 0 1 1 1. Okay, this 0, and then we will be having a blank here, and then as usual we will be subtracting M. It is nothing but 2's complement of M should be added here, 1 1 0 1. So when we add here 1 plus 1 0 1. Okay, 1 and 1, and this is 1 1 0. Here we have the dash. Now we check the value of A. So we have subtracted M. We check the value of A. A is less than 0 because first number is negative. So what we have to do? We have to again restore back. So here restoring is nothing but adding. I am not going to do the addition. Simply I am just going to write down the same number. Okay. So after restoring you will get back the same number. So you will be getting 0 0 0 1 and then 1 1 0, and because the subtraction is not here we have restored, so subtraction is not successful, you will set the quotient to 0 and you are done with one bit. So we will decrement the count. The count is not 0, so you will go to the next step. Again the next step, in the third cycle we will be shift left AQ. So it will be 0 0 1 1 1 0 0, then you'll have a left blank. Okay, now what is that we have to do? We have to subtract M. So subtract M means take 2's complement of M and then add it. So it is going to be 1 1 0 1. So if you add this, what you will get? 1 plus 1 1 0, 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 and 1 you will get a end around carry, so you will ignore. Now what is the value of A? It is going to be 0. As per the logic, if A is less than 0 only, you will be cancelling. If A is equal to 0 or greater than 0, then the subtraction is successful. So you will set the quotient bit to 1. So here you will be setting the quotient bit to 1. Okay, the bit is set to 1, and you are done with, no need to restore here because the subtraction is successful. You decrement the count, it is 1, still it is not 0, so you have to repeat one more cycle. So in the fourth step, what you are going to do? Again you are going to shift left. So it is going to be 0 0 0 1 and then 0 0 1, and here you will just put a blank. Okay, now next step will be subtract M. Subtract M means add 2's complement of M. It is 1 1 0 1, 1 plus 1 1 0 1 1 1, and here we have 0 0 1 then dash. Now you examine A. A is 1, so it means it's a negative number. When it is a negative number, you have to cancel the subtraction. That means you have to restore the division. So restore the operand. Okay, so you'll be restoring, you'll be getting 0 0 1 and then 0 0 1. Because you are restoring, you'll set the quotient bit to 0. Now if you examine here, so this is going to be the remainder and this is going to be the quotient. The quotient value is 1 and the remainder is 2. So when you try to divide the number, sorry, the quotient will be in q. So this is going to be the quotient, and a will be having the remainder, okay, a equal to 1 and q equal to 2. This completes the division.